So today we are at Dune du Pilat and we're climbing it.
I just saw it and it's humongous.
Is it big?
It is like the biggest thing I have ever seen in my life, so yeah.
Hello, welcome from quarantine. We have just completed our quarantine. 12 days, well it's day 13 now, but we completed 12 days because there was a delay in our kit, so we had to wait a little bit longer. So while we've been in quarantine, I've been editing a vlog, which may or may not be useful to you. I hope it will. So this is, for those of you that are interested in going to Bordeaux, which I've always really wanted to go, following the French lockdown, and before, when we were kind of deciding where we were going to go next, we thought we must go at least near Bordeaux. And we heard about this great place called Dune du Pilat. I think that's how you say it. And we investigated a couple of stops near there. So we've got two motorhome Aires here that are kind of in the vicinity of Bordeaux, and a little bit about that place, about Dune du Pilat. Oh, God, I'll get it right. And I hope you'll like it. I think it's a great place to visit, the Dune. It's motorhome friendly and it's a fairly cheap day out, but you'll see more of that in a moment. But yeah, so this was just after the French lockdown. We wanted an experience, somewhere to go out. If you're thinking about going to Bordeaux, either of these two stops I think would be good. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. Morning. It is a very, very nice fresh morning here. We are in the site. I'll pop the name up, all the coordinates here. And this one's quite nice. It's kind of secluded, which is very good. It's almost in, we are northeast of Bordeaux. I'm not sure if it's the Saint-Emilion region or not, because I've seen a lot of that around. We only arrived here last night, but this site is pretty good. It's very, very modern. Its facilities are very modern, and one thing I've noticed in the area that we're in at the moment, it's quite a big port area. There's probably, I'm guessing, about 20 pitches. I'll have a check, pop it up. And it's €12 for the night off peak, which we are just at the minute because we're in March, and it's, I think, 14 on peak, and it's very, very nice. I mean, the best thing about it, because we're so we're so near the water, there it's very, very windy. Wind was very strong yesterday when we were driving here. We had about a 3-hour drive, and luckily this site is kind of recessed. It's like it's below land level, which is brilliant, so that shelter wise we didn't feel any wind last night. And it's very, very good. We've got electricity at the pitches. I'll show you that now. So here's the water and the electric. I like the electric. You got your own, obviously your own point, and they're numbered with the pitches, and then you got your own little circuit breakers there, which all pretty obvious how they work. And then this is the tap, so it hasn't got fitting on the tap on the pitches, which is a bit of a shame for some people maybe, but water pressure is insane. Probably just sent a hole through to China there. To China. Do a bit of Donald Trump for you there. And yeah, I like the look of these pillars as well. Really nice. The concrete pillars that you see sometimes I really like. The metal ones, it depends. They're functional, but this is, you know, it's probably not done for any artistic reason, I'm not sure, but I like it. Feels it's a bit seaside, isn't it, with all the pebbles. But the reason this site is, so I'm going to climb up this hill. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take it on for you guys. But the reason this site's good is pay by card, which is amazing. You can book in and out. You pay by 24 hours, or I think by 8 hours. And it's just flexible, and the amenities are all really, really lovely and new. But it's very, very good. It's all touchscreen, so you can just sanitize your hands after. Pay by card. You can just check in and out whenever you want. You get a code for a ticket. on arrival, and that gets you in and out, and it's just good. It's got some basic rules there, and then here's your panel, your key code for getting in, which is pretty cool. This is the recycling facilities, and you just got a lot of space, and you set out the way, you can just hear the road, but overall it's really, really nice, calm place. One more small thing. I've learned that today is actually Mother's Day, and kids are giving Mel a hard time. So send some love to Mel in the comments. She's having a rough day. She's like, let's just go home. She's not serious. Well, I hope not. You never know. So here are the water facilities. We've got de l'eau potable, so drinking water. We've got the toilet empty, which I've got that job in a minute. Got a cleaning hose as well, and drive over. This is really something I love, when they've got a drive over grey empty, so that you can be lazy. So the fact that there's just a drive over drain is brilliant, because I can just drive over there and don't have to do it. What grey systems have you got? So from here you can see the elevation of the site. You've just got this ramp, which is not any trouble. It's nicely leveled and smooth, so you're not going to scrape or anything. And yeah, it's just a really nice site. Oh yeah, another note, love this building here is currently being renovated next door, and we can see it. We're just over there, look, see, that's us. So looking out the table window just behind the driver's seat there, I've been enjoying wondering about this beautiful building. Look at that, they're obviously renovating the roof, but look at those windows. Or do you even class them as windows when they're actual, because that's actual stone, some sort of brickwork. Absolutely beautiful building. And all the buildings around here, look at that, and you can see that tower in the background. I wonder if I can zoom in. Look at that. I'd love to be in there. So in summary, this is a really nice site. Not phenomenally beautiful or anything, but everything's super modern, very clean, very quiet. But yeah, really nice, peaceful place with good recycling facilities and everything you need. And for us, €12 last night is brilliant. So yeah, come here if you're thinking about Bordeaux. This is a good place. Kind of in the car park, and we're going for a walk. And one thing I wanted to note is, we always talk about how we feel during lockdown and how it's made us feel, but this is the first time our dogs have been anywhere different in 6 months, because we just have the same dog walks. You can go different directions from your house, but that's pretty much it. And Vincent is going crazy. I know there's a lot of smells anywhere when you go anywhere new, but I think he is actually really excited to be out somewhere else. So I thought it was interesting. I never really thought about, because a lot of time people say dogs love routine, they love routine, and he definitely is a nervous, routine loving dog. But at the same time, he's having the best time today. So we started the trek up to the dune, and it's interesting because slowly more and more amenities disappear, and it gets steeper and steeper, and you think, oh, this is alright, and then you actually catch eyes on it, and it is absolutely formidable. It is a tough but fun climb, and make sure you're wearing wind appropriate clothes and you've got some water with you.
Rufus, come and stand with Riley. Look at me.
Being dangerous.
Look and stand with Riley. Look at Mummy.
At the top, I thought I'd get some magnificent footage for you on the GoPro, and all was going well, but the wind exposed my forehead, which was nice. And then for some reason, I couldn't get much more footage. I don't know why. Pot shot there. I don't know why I didn't get more footage. Oh, that was it, because I left the camera on and it went dead in about 10 minutes. So this is the best footage I got, so I'll have to stop this now so you don't get nauseous. Apologies for that. So climbing around and playing on the sand, the dune is much more, we just imagined it being this single dune, but it's not. It's a mountain range and the view is stunning. Forest to one side, sea to the other, and it's just amazing. And then we didn't know that you could go down to the beach, so we weren't prepared, but we head down there and just had loads of fun. It's a really, really great place to be. Oh, you got wet. Oh. Is he gonna get him? Getting back up, especially when your daughter is 2, won't accept any help, no help whatsoever.
Also, this is why there's not that many people now.
Yeah, there's not many people. Well, I haven't seen many people with kids, and it doesn't look like it from the images, but it just goes on forever. We're not even halfway back to get over that mound, and then we've got to climb all the way around. But it is amazing. I love it. I didn't know the beach was going to be this good. Although Rufus has got cold, so now he claims it's the worst beach he's ever been to. I'm out of breath, sorry. We've got paragliders over there in the distance. I don't know if it's going to focus on them. And then, but yeah, so not work, but it's worth it. We were just saying we'd love to live near here and come to this one. It'd be lovely. You'd have good thigh muscles, I'll tell you that. Tell that for now. Sorry about the Sean Bean impression there. I actually thought of it because that is actually Sean Bean above us in the paraglide. Sean! Oh, he's gone off now. But what an amazing time, what a beautiful place. I would absolutely recommend coming here. We had a lovely time. The parking is expensive at €10, but if you think about it, that's your only cost. What an amazing place. Motorhome friendly. Woo! What's up? Back with another interesting Aire. Well, I think it's interesting, hopefully you will. I think this one's definitely worth showing you because it's got some hidden stuff going on, and it's kind of a good example of something we see quite often, but more about that in a second. So where am I? So I am in a place called, he's going to mention it, a place called Cazal, or it could be Sazal. There's a spelling of it, there you go. And it is kind of just southwest of Bordeaux, and we went to something called what is it called? The Dune du Pilat yesterday, which is a giant sand dune, which is amazing. And this is only 15 kilometers away, so really close. And it's this camping area here, you can see behind me. I think there's about 20 pitches. There's only 3 other campers here at the moment, but there was probably about 6 or 7 last night, but they've obviously all cleared out. It's a Monday now, so maybe they've all gone home, going back to work. There's electric points here, there is water, there's toilet, there's recycling, which is amazing. We're seeing it more Aires now, which is brilliant. And it's really nice. It's it's a really good mix of being very peaceful and very noisy. And what I mean by that is there is an airport very close by. And if you look at the reviews of this place online, a lot of people are complaining about the airplane noise and saying that that's the thing that ruins it. And it is odd because it's so peaceful and then you get an airplane going past, but I actually don't mind it at all. I think it's fine. If anything, I think it's quite nice because we've been looking at the planes with the kids and we're not used to being near an airport anymore. Right, so I'm going to show you some of the facilities they've got here. We've got kind of quite a standard French toilet unit here, which was good. We haven't had to empty our toilet, but we filled up with white water yesterday. The water pressure's good. It's got kind of the standard thing, which I kind of quite like, even though it's a little bit inconvenient, is the push button water. So it just means you can't, well, in a way it's more convenient and more environmental, because you can't leave the water on, because you press it and then after a few seconds it will stop and you have to press it again. So in that way it's more environmental because you're not wasting water. But then if you only want to fill a bottle, say you want to fill like a 1 litre or a 2 litre bottle, you press the button and then you'll fill the bottle and then it's still flowing, so you do lose a bit of water in that way, but you can't have it always. So it's got a flushing mechanism. The toilet cleaning is just round the back, but we filled up with white water yesterday and all had a nice shower day after being to the Dune, which was good. And then there's good recycling facilities here, which is great to see. You've got the brown bins are the normal, and then the other recycling bins, which are pretty much full. And what I love about this site is the signs. I'm going to show you the keypad, and I just knew that I would love it here when I saw this. Let me show you. Right, so here's the barrier. Just go on the other side. You're gonna love this. So I just loved it when I pulled up at this last night. Here's the controlment, the payment terminal, and there's just notices everywhere, which is just brilliant. You have to lift up this flap, which I was just confused by. I'm like, how am I gonna hold this up? And for start off, it's on the right, which is really unusual. If you think that these, you know, most vehicles here will be left-hand drive, so God help you if you're on your own. But look, everything's got this numbered, this 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just freaking loved it. It was a confusing system, but I managed to do it straight away, so that it must have helped. So, introduire le carte, then choisir durée, choose your duration, compose a code, put your code in, attendre bip, I don't know what that is. 5, récupère 2 tickets, so 2 tickets you get out, and it's good that it told you that, because you wouldn't have known, or I wouldn't have. And then compose a code again for your, you have to put the code in to enter after you've paid and done your PIN. So there's no contactless system, but you have to put your code. And I just love this, it made me laugh. I loved all the codes everywhere. I love this little flap hatch, just lovely. And there's just notices freaking everywhere on this site, look. And I like it, it's got a real sort of homely, someone's made these, it's very like late 1990s word clip arts everywhere. And yeah, it's just really, really nice. I get the feeling that this is maintained by someone of a certain age, but also with a lot of thought, which is very, very nice. So there's little messages everywhere, and it's great for you to practice your French because they're fairly simple. So I can try and translate. I haven't looked at this one. 50 meters à droite. So à droite is on the right. Something, don't know what it is. Something for the glass. Okay, there is something for the glass. Le verre. So that's good. So yeah, love this. So I can't believe that people were saying that there was nothing at this Aire, and I was expecting nothing, to be fair. And it's just freaking gorgeous. Look, this is like nearly 10 minutes walk away. Look at that. Get me out of the way. 10 minutes walk for that. You have got a lot of plane noise, they were right. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Now, something that I want to talk about this place, another thing is the relation between Aires and campsites. I think it's really, really odd, especially abroad. You don't get this as much in the UK because we don't really have Aires, but we're in this Aire here, as I've just been showing you, this nice little Aire. But then next door, just literally like estranged lovers, just across the other side of this cycle path and footpath is a campsite which shares facilities with this site. So the campsite provides the Wi-Fi at a charge, and it is quite expensive actually. We were going to use that and then decided to just buy a data passport because it was either 12 or 13 euros for 2 days Wi-Fi, which is quite a lot when you could buy a data passport and have unlimited limited data on your phone for £5 a day, which is probably slightly cheaper and probably more, well, it is more, what's the word, more convenient, because it'll be with you everywhere you go if you do go out for the day. So the Wi-Fi is quite expensive. They do give you a 10-minute trial. Oh, there's a plane, how annoying. Not really. They do give you a 10-minute trial, but the speed didn't seem that good as well, so another reason not to do it really. But anyway, so we see this a lot now where there's kind of an Aire right next to a campsite, and the campsite is one option of staying and then the Aire is another, and you kind of have to weigh up what's the best option, like. And I don't really know. I mean, we can look at this campsite. I'm not going to show you around it a lot because I'm not going to go in there. I'm not staying there. And it is, the grounds, I would say, are kind of nicer, I would admit. I think they're nicer. You've got some nice trees everywhere, and you've maybe got some more full-time people staying there. Or people with bigger pitches and awnings and stuff like that. And I do think that's a great benefit of a campsite. The fact that you're allowed to put awnings up, and you might have more facilities. Although, in this time, a lot of the facilities are closed, but they might be opening soon. But it's interesting that you've got these two options, and I find this fascinating when we go to these places. Like, I didn't actually know there was a campsite right next door, and it's just interesting what you would choose. Like, would you stay here for 12 euros a night, or would you go next door and maybe pay 20 something? Just when you've essentially in exactly the same location, but you have got maybe more facilities or slightly nicer looking. So I think that's a good point worth making, and you've got to weigh that up and decide where you want to stay. But I think maybe if you are going to stay in a campsite or you are going to stay in an Aire, you should be looking to see if there is the alternative next door. And it might suit your needs better. Like, if you want more facilities and you're looking at an Aire, maybe look next door and you might have a campsite, and vice versa. If you're staying in campsites a lot and you just, you might want the Aire facilities. Something worth noting. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed them. Please leave any comments if you've been to any of these sites or similar ones in that area. So I was a bit disappointed that I couldn't actually get to go into Bordeaux. The Dune was the only place we visited, but it's better than last year when I was meant to visit and we couldn't get there. So one day I'll get to go into that city. But for now, yeah, we thought this was the best way of visiting. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. There's plenty of other Motorhome Aires reviews that we've done. And just shout us out and tell us your best places. Share them with everyone. Don't be greedy, come on. Thank you, bye-bye. Does anyone know what this is? Some pipe going in there. So I'm assuming it's for water, but I just don't know what it is. There's no like turning on button, so I can't figure it's for rinsing, but what would you do with that? People who know, please let me know, because I'm intrigued. John?